All right, so you've been dieting for some time now and you are doing everything perfectly. You've got your food weighed out, you've got the exercise dialed in, but you're still not losing body fat. What is going on? Well, there's a few hidden reasons as to why this is happening to you, and I'm gonna break these down in the video. And this comes from my personal experience on my weight loss of over 100 pounds. I had multiple plateaus, and each time I had to go to the drawing board to figure out what in the world is going on with my body and how do I get that scale to move again. In this video, I'm gonna break down those 4 hidden reasons and give you a solution to each of them so that you can apply today and effectively to literally today drop a pound overnight. All right, so real quick before hopping into the video, I have a few one-to-one coaching slots to finish out the year, and what I do is I help you do this exact thing. I get that scale to move again by optimizing the metabolism so that you can actually get the body you want for good and permanently. If you're interested, go ahead and book a call right now down below in the description. We can hop on and the first 30 minutes are free. So the first mistake when it comes to this is that I see people being in the calorie deficit but also being in a nutrient deficit. So what do I mean by this? Let's take for example that you're eating 2,000 calories a day in your deficit, but you're having only protein powders, prepackaged snacks, and some other like candies or Twinkies to fill it because it fits your macros. And by doing this, you may see progress in the beginning, but eventually you're going to hit a wall and you're not going to be able to go further because you have some type of micronutrient deficiency. Now, what is the solution to this? Well, first off, you do have to be in the calorie deficit for this to work, but you also want to make a micronutrient surplus. Get that right. Think about that. Calorie deficit, micronutrient surplus. What you're going to do is have your body feel like it's getting just a ton of nutrition in, that it's going to effortlessly lose body fat. And that's what happens when you eat the right foods. So what are the right foods? I'm talking beef, liver, oysters, dairy, eggs, seafood, root vegetables, leafy greens. These are the stuff that optimizes the body and the metabolism for you to get this off. And should you focus on those foods, you will get that calorie deficit to work again. I know that you keep trying to reduce further and further, but if you just switch the food you're eating and get more micronutrients, you don't have to reduce the calories anymore. You can just eat the better foods and you're gonna lose body fat much easier, all right? The second thing is pretty basic, but it is a very common thing and an easy fix that if you do it right now, you could literally drop 2 pounds in a few days, all right? And the fact is that a lot of people that I've worked with has inaccurate tracking. So what I recommend first here is that you obviously, if you are doing calorie tracking as your method of weight loss, there's plenty of different methods, but like let's say I told you that I want you to track, then you want to make sure that you have your scale and that everything, I mean everything that goes into your mouth has to be tracked on that scale, all right? Just track everything. Anytime that you have like an extra bit of fat that you're pouring on, literally put the knife out together, put it on the food scale, and weigh out your butter. Make sure that it's 7 grams if you're told to eat 7 grams, okay? Now, there is a few more things that are more complex, but they are probably the deeper issues that you're dealing with, and that's the next 2 things that I have for you. The third thing is that you've been in deficit for too long. You've been in deficit for 12 to 16 weeks, and at this point, your body's like, dude, can you stop? We're in survival here. Adrenaline's all the way countered out. Cortisol's through the freaking roof. And you have no desire to eat anymore. You're just hungry all the time and you're like, yeah, shit, I hate my life. I don't want to get lean anymore. What I would recommend is that you take at least a 10 to 14 day in which you just take a full diet break. You just stop the calorie tracking, you stop the diet, and you just rest and you nap and you chill out and just relax. You might say a few pounds on the scale sort of come up just to allow your body to come back to equilibrium. But when you do re-enter into the diet, back into the way that you were dieting before, it'll start working again, okay? So be like a thief in the night. Don't let your deficits go for more than 8 to 12 weeks at a time before you take a diet break. Realistically, I recommend that you would even cut this into a 4-week diet and a 1-week break. 4-week diet, 1-week break. 4-week diet, 1-week break. If you do that, you won't even have to deal with the plateau in the beginning if that is your issue. But the last thing is something that is quite insidious, and that is gonna be something that you could be dealing with at more of a deeper scale in which you need to go a level deeper to optimize the body, and that is dealing with for the gut issues. I've seen a lot of people when they are excessively dieting, if they've restricted carbohydrates for a long time, if they've been eating the wrong foods for too long, eating processed foods, have a ton of digestive disorders in which you literally can't make use of the body of the food that you're using for energy production. So think about this. You have 2,000 calories of micronutrient dense foods coming in. But if you're having gut issues, your body cannot actually absorb and use that for energy, making all that food pretty much nil. Right? You're going to have micronutrient deficiency still. So what to do, I would recommend getting a gut lab test, all right? And it's something that if you do use this, then you are going to get to the root cause of what imbalances within your body. If you solve those issues, you're going to get the body back in coherence and order, and you allow the calorie deficit to work again for you to lose body fat. Now, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know that if you face a stall, What did you do to overcome it? That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Keep getting them gains.